What's up, everybody? It's Casey at the Guardian Oracle 33. Welcome in if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been around for a while. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for waiting. My daughter, she has volleyball practice now, Mondays, and I just got the notification that I'm live. Hey. I'm Casey. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive. I'm a long-winded gal. Anyways, it's new. My whole schedule doesn't matter. It seems like this week for the collective energy. It doesn't matter how hard I've tried to schedule something. Something either goes over or it's, it's like when two world timelines are just barely skimming each other. It's like they get in the vibration and then something shifts. Timekeepers. And I heard that. I walked past the lady today at Walmart. No, I didn't go to freaking Walmart. Now I'm just making shit up. I didn't go to Walmart today. At a grocery store. Why did I say Walmart? Here comes one of my kids. Ain't been out here but a few seconds and here she comes. Oh gosh, and she's stomping. Give me a second. Yep, when your kids are at a full fist fight, like I just got out here and you guys are already duking it out. What's up with that? I guess maybe it is, those pent up energies. I can feel that too, you know what I mean? It's like somebody's got something to say, it's going to be said. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. There's a need to not hold that in anymore. If you're new to the channel, I kind of jump around a lot. But we bring in lots of messages. So if you work on an esoteric level or you're just kind of that free thinker tapping the collective consciousness and you are in your soul expression, there's a lot of different messages that come up on here. Not only that, but we have a really awesome mod group in here and a really cool collective. So all of you new subscribers, I'm so grateful. We're getting about 300 subscribers a month. It's awesome. You know what I mean? And the goal is not to get huge. It's just to, really have people who wrap their minds around stuff. I'm the type of person, I like intellect. I want my mind to be stimulated. So when I find somebody or a reader who does that or an intuitive, I like that. Especially when they do the channeled things. I'm like, ooh, something's going to come up. And then I'll ask my spirit guides for confirmation. So I like readers and people who get out of the ordinary. They're like, hey, it's a fucking squirrel. Caw, we've got a fucking squirrel over here, do we? Shit, I've called a butterfly. All over the place. Manifestation and harmony. Okay, what do we have for the collective energy? And I just seen Rebirth down at the bottom. The Phoenix Rising. It's like, when I look at this, I feel like I instantly heard, did you hear? And it feels like maybe you pulled yourself completely from the depths of hell. Itself, the circumstances, your emotions, the physical, the spiritual, the metaphysical. You could be really becoming some sort of a master, and maybe you've been within your own self. First, this starts within, spirit. It's like, this is within. It's stirring. Like I said, somebody needs to say something. Somebody looks at this energy as they're perceiving you as this, They could know the circumstances and the things that you've had to go up against. They could have watched you really take some hard hits, and for those of you that are involved in spiritual communities or, there's a lot of secret communities around there. People are illuminated to your light before you are illuminated to your own light. Especially if you're just waking up. Vibration is everything. A lot of people, they have crystals and this and that, but a lot of people, when somebody's okay sitting with themselves, when somebody's okay alone, and that mystery around somebody, it's very curious. You know, it's like, what do you do in that time of shit? You know, a lot of people are like, I can't spend more than, you know, even taking a crap. People are scrolling on TikTok. You know what I mean? Some people, you know, use that as, you know, their time with God. So I've spent more time with my spirit guides in the shitta and taking a full bath, whatever. Brushing my teeth, always, you know what I mean? And it's so funny, I'll go buy stuff to hang around my bathroom and I like these little sayings on things, you know, and I don't notice I'm doing it until I start looking around. I'll be brushing my teeth and I'll look up and it says humility, patience, kindness. And it's just how we always leave signs for ourselves. It's just so interesting. It's like this huge journey of awakening to, okay, the courageous spirit, right? Some of you could have been in like this, you know, looks stagnant on the outside and the inside. There's like, I'm ready to spread my wings. I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to take the next step. What's Lyra? I said, what's Lyra? Hello, Lyra of light spiritual guidance. Kumar. There's that name again, Kumar. And it's alone. And you know, and those are the people you're like, wow. I'm hearing October 22nd. Lyran, Libra, freedom. So we're talking about this rebirth and this freedom, this sense of awareness that comes over you. I want to say here there is really this energy of being, it's like maybe if you've been around a group of people, they haven't noticed, you know, you for a while. Maybe, and for some reason, you've made this connection to yourself. Not for some reason, this intentionality that you have with yourself to maybe not make things make sense at all, you know. Just be at peace with where you're at. Can you do that? And if you can't, what do you need to be at peace within your being? Because as much as we want to go to somebody and say, hey, I don't know what happened back there. Like, I don't even know what happened. You know, instead of, because when we love, you know, it's not to covet. It's not to hold it tight. And I think that's not love. It's where we now, our energy field has been infiltrated by somebody else's energy, and it's in there. So when that person dies, pulls away, whatever you will, that energy, because the mind perceives it as gone, out of sight, out of mind, right? As it is gone now. So our mind's recognizing this person's gone, our body's feeling the energy, because our mind's telling our body, right? So our thoughts are powerful, so we lower our vibration. We slip out of the ordinance of truth. You know, the mind is a powerful thing, and that's why they say it. You know, it's like dancing with the devil, and the devil is just, it's what lurks in the shadows. You know, a lot of us have some ways about us that aren't so cunning, that aren't so spectacular. Whether you're going through this now or you've dealt with people, if you can identify with what I'm talking about, and you're to this place where you can actually have the awareness, not the judgment of others, but the awareness of you, and you can see yourself in somebody who's hurting or somebody who's off course, you're now into a teacher role, a teacher mindset. You know, we become, you know, I was thinking about this earlier today. As a matter of fact, I was putting a roll of toilet paper on the paper roll, and as I'm saying this, somebody's going to be watching this down the road and be like, you know what, I actually was putting it on the roll when you said it. Spirit just showed me that. Sovereignty. I don't know why I just heard like the fault in Brett. The fault in Brett. And I'm seeing like Pearl Harbor, and I don't know why I'm seeing so military in battle. And see freedom out here and rebirth in this awareness. For some of you in the military, it's like you're very aware about something that's happening. Very aware. Somebody here is actually like, I want to say, if you have a jewel, I know it sounds crazy, but they're showing me Vision in Marvel. And Vision has that stone in his forehead, right in the third eye. This is what this looks like. I want to talk about advanced technology, this ability. Okay, so there's something here. So the study of intuition comes through right now. There's like some sort of study or like the chemical release, because earlier I was talking about recognizing that an energy was missing from your field, right? And I want to say that there's energies that can mimic others. And I want to say there's been like tests on this. So it has to do with like creating fear and then like stealing, taking a vibration out of some. This is on a very deep level. I don't know. I feel like also somebody else is like, if there's prisoners or people that have been trapped underground, or I'm hearing 11 years right now, 11 years. I feel like there's freedom for them. There's a rebirth, because the rebirth is like from the ashes. So this could have been from something that burns down, but it's like underground. It's like I feel like this is gonna, collectively, I feel like this, there's been people underground that come out. They come out and it's like they don't even know about us. Why am I saying us? Because we're on the outside. They're showing me like a chocolate covered peanut, the outside shell. It's like the inside doesn't know about the outside and the outside doesn't know about the inside. Only a few people do. It's this rebirth of awareness. Somehow, like, I don't even know. Because we talked about energy and frequency. If these people come from underground, it's like their sun is like the core of our earth. I don't know how to explain that. What's up, Cherokee? What's up, Angel of God? I was thinking about you this morning, Angel. But there's freedom here. Because look at this. I also look at this and it looks like somebody's got their eye in a peephole. You know what I mean? And it's like there's something about the sun, or knowing a certain time, or knowing energy. It feels like it's a different race, because their skin kind of, it looks green and blue. You know what I mean? And it's like a different race of people. There's a rebirth here. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, it's like, I think somebody's onto this too. They know. You recognize, you can feel like there's people trapped, or souls, or energy. You could have this like radar sense, or this aerial viewing as well. What is it called? Precognitive. It's like it's psychic. Telecommunications. You get like these waves, because that stone in the head is like vision. So you could be, considered as like a crystalline child. You know what I mean? Or you could be working cohesively right now throughout the crystalline grid, or using grid lines. Somebody just changed their grid pattern, because I can see somebody's got like a blackboard, and I can see their grid. They made it on their own. And they just shifted something. I don't know if you just learned something planetarial that they gave you this, but it's like learning something in your birth chart right now sets you free. It's like you got ahead of the curve. It is your rebirth season. It's been like, shit, it's been a lot of years. I did talk about 11 years. It's like destiny is at play right now within the collective energy. Open minds, transformative minds. I talked about AI earlier. And with this eye here, it's like through all of these phones and through all of these electromagnetic waves, and the way that we're always being scanned vibrationally. You know what I mean? We've got NVGs, night vision goggles. We've got radar, sonar. We have so many different types of sensors, receivers. Your phone can count how many steps you have. It's built in now. There's so many things. They're constantly updating the phones. Emotions, the frequency at which everybody puts out for in a 24-hour period across the entire United States. What was most of the text about? Was today a good day or a bad day for on the majority? Was there a lot of what the F's? There's... You see it in the movies all the time. There's always people listening in. It looks like CIA, and they're just listening over the radio waves, but it feels like that. If somebody's experienced like telepathy or sensitive information, Or you're going to find out like over the last couple years that somebody's been like esoterically communicating with you in subtle ways. Some of you could have a platform. So I see somebody here on the phone and on the computer and write. You could write music. There's a healing of a blockage here with this rebirth. I want to say if you've been feeling judged or ridiculed, you're kind of past that. It's like you're setting free. It's like a deep sense of forgiveness and self. It's like you forgot one thing and then you recognize it. And I think it's somebody else that perhaps you've been on the outs with that helps you recognize this about yourself. And that's what I'm talking about, is like understanding why something was blocked in a specific area. You know what I mean? All right. Collective energy. You've got justice that comes out over freedom. Somebody is getting released from jail. I feel like somebody trades places. If somebody goes to jail, somebody else comes out. You could have been in jail for up to 2 years and somebody could have put you in there just out of spite or grief or hatred, or there's some sort of, what is it? I'm hearing dogma. I'm hearing propensity. What does propensity mean? I've heard that word before, propensity. I'm hearing freedom of speech. Violated amendment rights. It's like within some sort of corruption. All right, tell me more about the justice and freedom. That wanted to come out and popped right back over the Page of Swords. Somebody does have a private investigator watching them. You know, the private investigator, you know what? I feel like along the way of this situation, if somebody is being investigated privately, or have had an ongoing case of some sort, this private eye, I think in the beginning made judgments, you know, didn't use their intuition on something in this situation. But I think that they're starting to lean towards, they see things for what they are. They see the scandal, they see the mistruths, because it's like all of these arrows, they're very aware of, I heard shots fired, but very aware of where these come from. This could actually have to do with some sort of death. You know, somebody moving away after some sort of a death, with death out here. Truly. You could have had some sort of supernatural connection with this person that transformed or is no longer here. I think somebody's curious about where somebody's at. I think somebody wants to know the truth of where somebody's at. The energy out here says there's justice over a death. I feel like this spirit's reborn. Somebody's this spirit incarnates one. It's within you. But if you bring forth another child, I feel like this is like I talked about the race from inside the earth. It's like I'm hearing synergy. It's some sort of like very emotionally intelligent being, very very sensitive, and I feel like they're almost are. It might be too cold on Earth. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it's like it's too cold. Very interesting. You know, they're talking about the sun and the sun's energy, the difference between the sun within the earth and the sun. I don't know if it's energy. I don't know if it's lava. I mean, I see it as energy. I feel the radiation, the heat off it, the radiation. Okay, also, if somebody's got radiation poisoning or been working at a place, I want to say with this investigation, that could be being investigated right now, like a wrongful suit of like why you left this job. I feel like there's justice here for you. If somebody died because of some sort of like poisoning or carbon monoxide or some freak accident, maybe you were curious, like it just was too fishy, because it feels like there's something about a justice being brought here over some sort of death, physical death. Freedom comes from inner liberation. So you could be liberated right now about this situation. And as I say that, the Nine of Swords is in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So there's some sort a sense of an energy of you feeling it. You can feel there's a truth that needs to be spoken. As I started this read, I said there's a truth that needs to be spoken. Nine of Wands in reverse. Justice, and the sun twirled around on the card like a dance and landed right on top of the justice. The death. It's like this person's even stronger now that they're in spirit and they're working with you. This isn't for everybody. But if you've lost somebody, I want to say you gained one badass spirit guide, because this person's even more powerful, especially if they're still through the astral realm. Like, I don't know, it feels like a very powerful, you could have perceived this person as a little bit, not darker, but just like, rah, you know what I mean? Fuck you, fuck everybody, and they just live that way. I'm hearing, because I've been watching Venom. But it's like this thing that overcomes somebody. It's this energy, because Venom's the perfect way to explain it, and it's like this powerful energy that comes over a man, but at the same time, the energy has its own, I don't know. This person probably had like a tie to some sort of powerful deity in some ways. Because there's a rebirth here of that energy coming back through, and a rebirth. The phoenix isn't extinct. I mean, isn't it extinct? Well, I don't see the phoenix rising very often in a lot of people. But when I do see somebody, 33 as I say this, thank you guys for hitting the like button. When I see somebody, lose everything, cars, kids, homes, finances, jobs, true friends, and you're still out here like, oh, it's gonna, it's gonna get better. You changed your perspective. You might be in the same spot, but your perspective changed about. That's why in the Bible they say, work as if you're working for the Lord. You know what I mean? Do everything as if you're doing it for the ascended master. I wanted to say Yahweh right now. Normally I call him Yeshua. So you might be Jewish watching this, Hebrew. The rock of the dome. But you have the sun that came out right all over the justice with freedom. This is a huge, intense liberation that comes through. And what liberate is that something shifted within you. There's been some sort of recalibration. Recaliber. What caliber was it? I'm hearing Pence Trace. Pence. Mike Pence. Mike Pence. I swear I've heard that name somewhere before. I'm going to write that down. Mike Pence. Is that like some sort of senator or something? I'm like seeing like some sort of, maybe this person even itches like this, you know what I mean? Or has a scruffy, I don't know. I feel like this person might even be watching right now. Who the fuck is Mike Pence? What about this person? I don't know. I want to say something that you don't know. Do you guys know Mike Pence? They remind me right now when Tyler Terrell's like, your mother's here. Your mother. What is this freedom and justice and liberation over it? This physical death. For some of you, it is a physical death. For some of you, you had a near-death experience. Oh, somebody does not want to let go of this death, this situation with the death. It's like somebody could watch, and I'm telling you, with awareness out here, I'm talking. If you walked away, I don't know why I just smiled like that, because it was like I heard a win in court. Like something shifted, something changed. Somebody knew something was going to go in your favor. It feels like this is more spiritually. Ace of Cups, yes. It's like divine order comes in here. There's freedom and liberation in a situation. You could be very much so raising your vibration at this time. I see orange peels, orange slices. You held the light in the dark. Not only that, but you found the armor of Christ. You found your armor of Christ. Put on the armor of Christ. You found your wisdom, your enlightenment. You follow guidance. You learn how to tune in and be really keen with, like, when you hear frequency in your ear or high pitch, you really tune into the room around you. You could be becoming like more using your psychic gifts or intuitive abilities. Some of you are mediums. You communicate with the other side, but You send out, it's like I'm hearing a whale in the ocean. No, it's a dolphin. I can hear it go out in the ocean. It's a sonar. We're talking about reading. Some of you could be readers, but you have like this sonar ability. Somebody's doing something very unique to raise their vibration. I'm hearing gong. For some of you, it is the bong. You know what I mean? And I know that that sounds crazy, but somebody here actually connects with the herb. You know what I mean? Could meditate, pray over it, or connect with it's in that way. They use it in a ritual as a way of connection. They probably, I don't know. You know, because they're showing me like everything that's not always meant to be bad. There's reasons certain things are on this planet. There's reasons we connect with certain things. Sometimes we get stuck in a psyche. Maybe we need a trip on some psilocybin, some shrooms, or smoke a joint once a year, or whatever it is. Anything that, can shake up. Psilocybin is wonderful because it kind of helps reprogram the wiring of the brain. It resets things. Microdosing is wonderful. I'm not out here condoning that to anybody. Obviously, you're 18 or older, but you use discernment. What you're led to do. I'm just saying, but it feels like somebody out here either is experimenting and tried this and like something altered in their brain. It's like they went supersonic. Like, I don't know. Now I heard you unalived me, and I'm looking at the death card. Did somebody OD somebody? Feels like an energy of like OD, Odessa. Once in a decade, the freedom fighters. And I said that the other day about the Japanese, kept going over the Japanese, and I kept hearing freedom fighters, freedom fighters. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. For some of you, somebody really does cherish you. Like, they do watch you. I think somebody's having a really hard time letting go of, as fucked up as it is, it's like that you're having a rebirth. And it's all over the board. You become aware. I think you superseded somebody's expectations spiritually. I feel like you do perhaps know somebody that messes with the mind or the psyche or is advanced in some areas. Somebody has you tied to a crystal energetically. It's not for all of you, but somebody does. Some of you are messing with somebody that scries, aerial views, astro projects. This is somebody who's very skilled. This is somebody, I feel like somebody's bringing justice in for somebody else. Maybe you were a wounded warrior. It's like they shifted something. They helped you shift something, and it feels like the divine okayed it. Whether something was released, altered, or they seen you. Maybe you're not conscious in the astral realm, but maybe this person is. And it feels like, literally, if you were sleeping, you could have felt like somebody put their arms under you and picked you up. And you could have had like the most warm, loving feeling. And you could have just been dreaming, kind of. Maybe you couldn't move in your bed. Sleep paralysis. Some of you have had some supernatural or might experience something very paranormal like that. It's unmistakable. And maybe sometimes you're like, oh, was I dreaming or not? But a lot of you really are experiencing these. The veil is thin, I want to say, and the consciousness is growing at a fast rate. So we talked about somebody whose ability to raise their vibration. Some of you do this by having sex with your partner, raising your vibration through your sexual energy. Somebody's very in tune to their own body. With her in her robe here, like somebody, you could be celibate, but still have a way to raise your vibration on your own. You know what I mean? Somebody here connects to Ra and, the sun god, or, is very drawn to older tantric techniques, and it worked. I feel like you had a kundalini awakening, and now you're trying to help others have the kundalini awakening too. But I feel like you work with the divine on it. You're not trying to push things on people who aren't ready, because it feels like there are people that are around that aren't ready to let go of stuff, and that's obvious. You could be the first person in their chat search bar, or you know what I mean. You could be heavily on somebody's mind right now. The way you walked away. The way that, I want to say, if you're connected to somebody in that spiritual aspect, they check in your energy, whether this is through readings and in whatever way. They know you've raised your vibration. They know that, they call out other deities, though Ora se sora te ke robia rata se ke rate rotura sota tada ke papira te uyu tututi se kitidi. You know, you send out, see, Seven of Swords right now as I was doing that because I kept feeling my throat kind of cut up right now. So, yeah, see, there's an element here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it because this goes a little bit deeper. So we're talking about the level at which you are vibrating right now. It's like there's a lot of earthly energy that I can see, like maybe this is in your dream state, but I see like roots of trees reach up and grab around somebody's legs, kind of, you know what I mean, and suck them in. Or maybe somebody's using something like that. This isn't for all of you. I don't like touching on this too much, but I'm going to speak about what comes through. I said if some of you have had some pretty heavy spiritual attacks, as I look at the back of this card, I'm talking like you've defeated Darth Vader himself, you know what I mean? Or people that carry that spirit of hatred or the ego. Darth Vader's thing was ego. He wanted to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know what I mean? He trained him. He was like his father. And then he wanted to just go be more, you know what I mean? And it just took a hold of him, and that's why we don't give power to everybody. You know, only those that can. It's talking about somebody who literally had a metaphysical death confirmation. Your name David comes up. You could be David. You could have had a near-death experience or had some sort of out-of-body experience or something. I'm talking about miraculous. Or there could be somebody coming into your life like this. I want to say somebody on the other side or somebody who's aware of you. Some of you, I don't know why, but I feel like you're not supposed to be here. In some way, there's a highly spiritual being that recognized you. And they probably wondered, how did you get here? How are you here? They know you from other planets. They know you from the energy. It's like, it's this Christ energy where you come back, and even if you were trapped or something altered, it's like you rise again. The third day. You know, with this rebirth out here, and that's so symbolic to the Christ energy that rises again. So somebody's going to have some sort of very mass awakening, consciously. It's like this golden light or this flood. You connect that cord that connects everything else, and that, you know, the whole Christmas tree lights up, if you will. I want to say you've entangled. I heard this isn't my first rodeo. For some of you, you've entangled with this energy that's been, it's like a timekeeper. It switches times. It does mirages. Like, it can even like shift into somebody that you know. And you know what I mean? And it's monitoring spirit. This isn't, for some of you, this isn't your story. For those of you, this is just a confirmation for you. It's like in Tomb Raider, when he switches his consciousness, takes over the identity of somebody else's body, and then leaves that body, or can assume that. It's a shapeshifter, molecules. I'm talking about advanced technology here. I'm telling you, there's a meld of two things that come together, or it's been awakened, because I'm seeing, like, I'm hearing the sleepy giant. But this is like made, but it's like from the future, and it got found. So this is where this information comes from, or this something that was been reverse engineered. Somebody's really trying hard to reverse engineer something, and they just can't, because they don't want the material that they need, or it's an element. Well, it's not an element. Periodic table. It's allium. What is it? It goes back to itself. It's like it looks like mercury, but it's not mercury. Okay, they're showing me this advanced technology, and it, like, even if they try to destroy it, like, it can change. It's like it's conscious in a way. It's very interesting. Mike Pence. You guys have to forgive me. I don't watch news or you know, I don't watch politics or shit like that. I just don't. I don't watch TV. Rockin' Divine Light, the telescope, the telly. Mike Jones. What up, Daniel? Okay. Moving on. Okay. Tell me about the Justice and the Sun. Chariot. Yeah, the Divine is like all over this. These are major arcanas. 3 of them in a row under freedom. And death, which is also, I mean, this is all over a lie. So somebody needs to know that this is all over a lie. So whoever this is standing back here, they're aware because they know where shots were fired from. They had the intellect. They knew some sort of game or some sort of bed or some sort of, I'm hearing secret colony, some sort of, we could call it gang stalking, but it's like, they're spiritual narcissists, I'm hearing. But see how she's not looking back? This person knows. And it's like he's looking back to tell others on the hill, like, don't worry, she won't be back, or she's gone, or we killed the spirit in her, you know, we broke her down enough. And it's like, there's a sense of awareness here which created this rebirth. I look at it like it's gonna get closer. It ain't getting any closer, buddy. Oh, shit. Shots fired. I wish a mother would. Huh? Okay, you could have had somebody with red hair. Okay, I'm just going to say specifically. You could have had somebody with red hair doing some sort of spiritual work against you. That's for some of you. Some of you, somebody has like black and gray or like some sort of silver tones and dark. It's like the front piece is like the money pieces. This person actually could be some sort of esthetician or do some sort of hair and nails. Or that could be you. I want to know about this death because I feel like the way this guy's looking back and like smiling kind of. Gotta get some air in here. It's getting hot. And maybe somebody feels like that, you know? Maybe somebody feels like, fuck, you know, the heat's coming down. People are starting to ask questions. With the 7 of Swords out here and the 4 of Pentacles, it's like you need to hold your mud. Got the Tower that follows. And it's like, this isn't up to CIA, FBI, because somebody could be like covering their tracks through messages in some ways. Like somebody does something within a phone or keeps messages or screenshots. They keep track of something. I don't know if somebody has your phone mirrored or something of yours, but they use it. And they could be using it specifically, how cliche, but during a full moon with this out here. If you left a bag or something. This feathers that are falling out of this person's bag who's doing this shit, it also feels like some sort of signature analysis, you know, in crypto, encrypted. Something wasn't completely encrypted. Or it's like their encryption code. It comes from an IP address. So something is definitely, Spirit's bringing this out. And I want to say this is really crazy. If this is your situation and you have somebody, I want to say if you went through a ass load of narcissists and bullshit, you could be in like, the one person you take down could be like a family member. You could be some sort of psychic investigator. You could find out that this death in your family or whatever, it just feels wrong. For some of you, it could have been a hanging. You know, and you're just like, I just doesn't feel right. You know, you knew something was out of balance. You've probably been praying about this, asking for a long time about freedom. You might be coming out on top, you know. You could just be walking forward in your awareness, leaving like the old thoughts, the constant repetitive shit. In some way, you're looking at something different here. Spirit caught your attention, is trying to show you something. There's a different way of doing this. Let me help you. Let us work with you. You have these guides. You have, I said, we have this telecommunication, right? We have this ability to talk into the vortex, to speak into the void, you know, because we have this like reverberated energy, and everything I'm talking about is already within. It's within you. Your signature analysis. Something does not match up. Signatures don't match. There's a need for analysis here. I really want to say there's some sort of like brother, stepbrother, to something that it's just jealousy. It's like somebody didn't want to let go, or somebody couldn't just stop. I'm hearing that, like, why don't you just stop? Like, you need to stop. You've done enough. Like, if you do, like, there's just this feeling of like, dude, your karma's gonna get you. And I think somebody, like I said, is highly spiritual and knows about you in the spirit realm. Maybe you're not as versed in magic, or when I say magic, or you know what I mean, somebody knows you before you knew them energetically. This person could have been protecting you in some ways by cueing into your intuition. Like I said, somebody aerial views, and somebody's very I'm hearing hydrotelekinetic. Speak straight to the DNA through water. This is interesting. So it's the way that it's the molecules. Oh, in the body. Okay, so the molecules. Wow, that's so interesting. Some sort of like water god, or God. Why did I say God? It's like rules that realm. So, you know, this is going to a whole different place, because now I'm seeing Gamora. You know, she looks like Gamora. Galaxy of the Avengers. What are they? They save the universe. They work in the multi-galaxy. Who are they? Yabba dabba doo. Okay, here we go. Hyper awareness. You could be the person that takes down this family member, I'm telling you. You could be younger. If you're a mom and something happened to your kid and you're finding this out, you could be a mom. You could have red hair, or some sort of, I don't know. It's like your intuition's gotten really good. You've really gone within and you're self-aware. Like, you're all in with spirit. Some of you are going to be like inducted into working with others that, you know, let's just say they travel to places real fast in short time, because they know how to work with energy and specific energy gateways. Whether this is in the body, out of the body, physically, or just astrally. It's like the reason this situation came to an end for some of you. Some of you, I would say, really watch your kids online, because I feel like somebody is stalking and preying somebody's child. Somebody's adolescent kid. I just want to say, if there's like a step, there's something wrong. Or some sort of step. Bro, I don't even know if this is like the kid's hitting on the mom, and the mom's like completely like, I fucking can't deal with that. I don't know. I don't know. There's something wrong in this family. I don't know. I just heard incest. I heard the Amish community. Indiana Jones. Somebody's packing up and moving out. Somebody could be packing all the shit they have in their car, and like, that's their freedom and their justice in the situation. I want to see you become very hyper vigilant. Wow. Some of you are just abstinent from, you, like I said, you could be celibate. You could just be kind of, you know, with that sexual energy, doing your own thing, raising your vibration in your own way. Some of you drive somewhere and go and do this. I don't know if you go out into nature and connect. I see that. I don't know. Some of you work with the Fae, you know what I mean? And some of you work with your star seeds. Some of you, you're doing this on a telepathic level. Some of you are being abducted. See, and I talked about having a dream where you're just being set back down. It's like, yeah, you were taken. Some of you are having work done on you right now. That's also helping recalibrate something. If somebody had like got drunk or woke up in some place and they're like, where the fuck am I? Or like, how did that happen? Or you still to this day don't know how you're missing one fucking boot, right? At that bonfire, or where the fuck, you know? Shit could be happening, you know? Confirmation for some of you. It's 10:01 as I say that. 1001. Spirit guides say if some of you are worried about your home, your intuition's on about this home situation. I want to say your guardness and blocked offness isn't by you are receiving this message about this onlooker, somebody's preying on this child, or somebody, it's like the mom's on this, she's fucking very aware. I don't know, maybe this is how somebody was unalived because they were, trigger alert, some sort of sexual abuse here happened, and I feel like there's a mother figure here that it off somebody. I mean, they're out in the desert, there's a portal here. I don't know what kind of, I told you this feels like with the red hair. I'm trying to say the red beings, and I've channeled this one other time. It's like you could be I wanted to say a starseed or some sort of hybrid, genetically hybrid. Only your mom or your parent could know. Maybe you only have one parent, but this mom like holds the secret of what you really are. Like she knows you go on ships and they do this. You know, she's been aware of this for a long time. You could just be now getting broken into the fact that this is happening in your life. You know, all those remembrances. You know, your mom could have, or somebody who raised you, or, you know, even if you're some sort of orphanage, because that could represent that too. It's like you were always protected through this. But I feel like somebody here was actually asked to hold a secret. I heard an ancient Chinese secret about your birth, about your birthrights, about who you really are. It's like you could have got seated here and like conscious swiped at like 12, you know, had some sort of surgery and then, or some sort of like walk-in or some sort of chip put in that, you know, dumbed your sonar or I don't know. It's like so you wouldn't use your powers, or because I watched a show on Venom. She screams and she has the loudest scream, and it like that frequency. Somebody has something supernatural here. Telling you, or there's somebody that wants to date you or that you were with that knows this about you. Maybe they watched you sleep and then like above you like a huge portal opened up while you're sleeping and they're like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And they could have been recording you over the years or watching you do odd things while you sleep and like studying you. Or there's a sense of somebody here who does that, collecting data. There's a lot of collecting data, picking things up. Some of you are a whole anomaly. I don't know. It's like, have you had near-death experiences? Because I'm thinking of the original Angel right now, Netflix series that was dedicated to somebody who actually died of cancer. Collecting data. See, somebody really is trying to collect some sort of data here because these reminds me of some sort of Bitcoin or chips, some sort of disks, because it actually brought me back to floppy disks. So what? I was in the 90s, 91, 92. This reminds me of something in that it's from that era. I want to say that era. It's a murder. See, I want to talk about John Benet Ramsey and like Bill Clinton time. There's something in that time, there's a murder or something that fucking happened and it was ruled like a crime of passion or person was never caught. Like this fucking mom comes forward and says something. Or this neighbor, the person that looked through the keyhole, it's like they seen and knew all these years ago and now they're going to finally say something. They're bringing this truth forward. They're like, I was too afraid. You know what I mean? Or my husband wouldn't let me. So maybe now with the death here, that, you know, somebody died and now somebody's able to speak a truth, because that Ace of Swords was in reverse. And it's like this somebody's been hanging on to something for far too long. See it out there in the cabin, way out where nobody would really know. Only a few people know about this place. I say there's some sort of burial site. I'm telling you. Look, this is out in the desert too. This is out. Maybe there's some sort of sacrifice, or I heard official sacrifice. I want to talk about this having to do with DNA type, genos. Some sort of archaeological figure, structure. Some sort of tamarack, the cube. It's some sort of energy source. What the fuck? It's like somebody knows about something in the desert that's an energy source. Take some sort of star beings, or some sort of super, like where they do this research. It's like under the ground in the dirt. It's like you'd never see it because there's some sort of energy over it. It's an overlay of energy. So to the outside eye, they're seeing something. It's like a mirage. I talked about a chemical on the periodic table that shifted. You know what I mean? Allium. It's malleable and it like goes away from itself. It looks like the metal guy off of I'll Be Back. Tomb Raider. Raiding the tombs. I'm telling you, somebody fucking dug something up. I mean, like somebody stirred the bee's nest. Something that's a murder, something that's undercover, something that there's been a private eye on this. And like this person, it's not just one person that's in this. It's a fucking shitload. It's like there's something going in and out, and it's a lot. And it's like, this is the mother of all loads. I want to say with this being here, I feel like it's like the police get called. With the justice system being here. I feel like this tunnel, or they use some sort of psychic, or somebody who can scry, or they watch somebody and get intuitive information from this person. They know they connect. The FBI or CIA could be aerial viewing this person as they connect. You know, that's where they get their awareness from. You could have been dead on in many other cases that this person's been working on. They just tune in. They work with the universe too. I want to say something about Donald Trump has the same thing where he just knows. I want to say the trumpet has been sound. The seventh of swords, the seven of swords, the seventh trumpet. 77. 777. And isn't the chariot, is that a 7 too? I don't read Roman numerals. It's the V and the 2 lines. V is 5, right? There's a discrepancy here. I heard, excuse me, there's a discrepancy here. We need to talk to you. We need a moment of your time. We've been investigating something. Now, we don't need you to tell us everything, but we are going to ask you just a few questions. And you could be the person that ties everything together. And you're going to be, for some of you, you're going to be so sickened. Who is behind this? So sickened. And the reason is just like, it did accelerate you, okay, on your personal growth and on this. This was what brought this freedom and this rebirth in you, in your. Some of you have been up against just crooked justice system, please. Some sort of whistleblower. You could be some sort of whistleblower. You could be aware. You watch. You know, as much telecommunication or tapping that these people do. I mean, there's a lot of fucking watching. There's a lot of creeping around a house, creeping around a vehicle, creeping around a home, all hours of the night. You know, this person's in their robe here. They got flashlights out here. You know what I mean? It's like, I talked about night vision goggles earlier. You know, your freedom. Somebody could be trying to take your freedom or see you unalived. I think you do know something. I think you know something about something that happened in this house or in the desert or some sort of resort. I feel like somebody got killed and then the body just got dumped and like nobody ever talked about it again. Because this looks like headlights and this is justice. So to me, this looks like some unmarked car or somebody sees something. This private eye or the psychic investigator brings something through. Somebody can scry. Somebody, some sort of foreseer. You can move your consciousness. So maybe you have this ability. It's like your body gets preserved, or it's in a time capsule, or it's like what is it? Something keeps your body alive while you go far distances for a while to investigate something. So like if you're going to go out of a body experience, it's like your heart breaks, slows way down. You know, it's almost like you had to learn, you're some sort of master. You learned how to control some sort of, it's just a technique. Maybe that's where the Japanese thing comes through. It's some sort of Japanese technique that you're moving your consciousness with. You're very shielded. You know that because I see the 901s in reverse, which says your defenses are down. But with these cop lights being out here, I just smelled a man's cologne, and it smelled like somebody who was sweaty. But with some sort of like Axe or it's Old Spice. It's like the Bear Glove or some sort of Old Spice. I can smell it right now. But it's somebody who's sweaty or has been like in an interrogation room, or somebody who's like, I can feel it. Propensity. What does propensity mean? Oh, the propensity. Did I ask that already? Waymaker, gifted at helping others. You will understand in time. As I look at awareness, I read that. 10/12. So October 12th, that could be your birthday. Self-sacrifice. No boundaries. A bringer of light and hope. See, somebody solves this case. What happened in that house that night? Were you awake or were you asleep? And maybe if somebody initially said they were sleeping, years could have went by. They could have been a kid and just too scared to say something. Maybe they were like 9, 12. 7 came out. Maybe they were 7. And you could be like 44, way older now. 7:44. But it's like this truth comes out in some way. Somebody does get released from prison. Your own kid could be setting you free from some sort of injustice. I don't know if there's like an uncle or brother that tried to like destiny swap or put some sort of unjust, like somebody who is caught up in the system, try to switch destinies with somebody who has a clean path or a clean slate, or it's like they've fucked around with somebody, and it's through the drugs. It's through it's like informant. I'm hearing it, informant. Some sort of informant. You work with the cops. I think this person actually fucks one of the cops. And that's what I'm seeing. And it's this person, I see somebody who has like red hair. They just wear a hood or always have their head down. It's like some sort of undercover grossness comes out. Deep soul wound here. Somebody could have acted out of a deep soul wound. A lot of this read is just going to be confirmation if this is for you. You know what I mean? I don't like to dwell on the energies of fear. It happened. This has already happened. You know what I mean? Or is in the process of you seeing it come to fruition. You are a warrior of light and love. Creativity is key. So the divine is used in many ways to bring justice to a situation. So this unaliving, somebody, it's like first they stripped them of all their money, their job, their finances, their home. They took their freedom. And then that didn't work. It's like somebody killed somebody. I'm not seeing just one death. I'm seeing a lot of different underhanded. It's just like people who know about murders or people who know about shit that was done in the dark. Whether a pig ate them, whether they seen the headlights pull down that driveway, and then the story came out a few days later and the body was only 5 miles down the road. Somebody here knows this. Somebody here knows this, about this. Falsified murder. Falsified murder. So maybe somebody faked a death. Pick up on that quite often. See, and that, I just had the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and that card didn't even belong in here. It's from a different deck. Somebody did fake their death. Somebody went underground. It's very specific. Somebody went underground. Somebody's getting rid of their house, you know. Maybe they didn't want to, but they're getting rid of their house. They're going to make a move to go do something. This out of this world change. There's some sort of, I've heard somebody's exhausted all means. Some of you fallen in love with some sort of intuitive, some sort of, could be this mom, could be this person that is some sort of psychic, some sort of, I don't know, maybe you do the same thing. Because with the black and white here, it's like you could mirror this person. And with the balance out here, it's like somebody's aware of who you are. They possibly could be in the realm of the same things, i.e. working as a warrior of light. Some of you have an ex that's very aware of you being in balance and your justice is coming through. Somebody here is getting rewarded, and it feels like it has more or less to do with some sort of spiritual task, level clearance, security, some sort of security clearance up in here. 47, as I say that, 47, 11, 11. Some of you that have been left out of a house or haven't been able to manifest anything, your wish fulfillment, sex coming back into balance. There's a sense of freedom within this home, these payments. Tell me more. Okay, so this is about a truth that comes through. Some of you are going to have a truth that comes through in court, and it's able to liberate you. You could have felt blocked or felt like your manifestation was blocked, or you had some sort of underhanded somebody who's been watching you. Maybe this private eye is just somebody who divination, spy, scries, does something to try to keep you blocked or maintain an energy of lack of creativity. So I guess I just want to ask why. Why would somebody want to do that? Why would somebody want to do that? Why is somebody blocking? Somebody is confused, lost, feeling invisible, avoid inside and running away. Somebody feels left out with the Five of Pentacles already being here too. So somebody here wants to make somebody feel the way that they do because they don't want to let go. This could have been somebody that you're married to. The Four of Wands here. For some of you, it's somebody that you went to church with. You know, you could be confused about religion, spirituality. You know, you could be trying to find a balance between what you hang on to and what you let go of. What is the truth? Who is the divine? Who are you talking to? What are these other worlds? What are these extraterrestrial beings? What's your part in it? How do you continue to heal through that? What are good soul connections? Letting go of the idea of twin flame this, twin flame that, la-di-da-di-da. You just kind of focus on being. The more you can be and identify with everything and not just one thing at all, the easier it gets. It's like it's a huge in the perspective in the psyche right now. It's battling the mind over matter. We also have because of a union. So somebody could be confused in a union right now. Coming back, second chance, rebuilding and reconciling after some sort of being left out. Some of you have lost like your husband or your fiance or somebody significant. I want to say you're going to experience some sort of supernatural visit. You know, it feels like this person talks to you when you sleep. It's like they energetically gave you a crystal, energetically that's stored in any time you need it or to talk to them. It's like some sort of time capsule or telepathy. When you awaken to it, you can connect with it. They're like helping you move around in your dreams or connect in some way. They give it to you, and you're just as powerful with or without them because they say they're always with you. So if you've lost somebody and you've been feeling confused about that, your awareness is right on. You are communicating with somebody from the other side, and it feels like day and night, they want to say. With the chariot out here, they're constantly trying to send a message through to you. You could just be going through a lot of grief right now and having a hard time letting go of what once was. Some of you are overworking. You know, and Spirit's going to bring in a tower. Tell me more about this awareness, and tell me about the death. What does this death have to do with? Shuffle. What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Ooh, bad news bears. I didn't see those fall down. And melding with higher self through forgiveness. Uh-oh, somebody could be recognizing that. Tell me about the death. What was the death about? Physical, supernatural. Around fall, this could have happened. So, September, October, November. Bad news came. But something, accelerated something moving faster. If somebody was unalived, I want to say the contract still goes because existing in other realms, it's like maybe they're not here in this realm with you right now because that avatar passed away because they're holding space in a future timeline for when you let go of here and finish some sort of aspect of the mission. It's like they got ahead, but they're still able to travel and help you here. I feel like this person helps bring balance to your life. They're saying around spring, around fall and around spring. So, and pregnancy. So April showers bring May flowers. You could be expecting in April. You know, this is going to be a love child. This could be your star baby. You know, this could be your one wish. Nothing else in this effing world matters but my self-love and this child. I don't care where life takes me. So it feels like if you lost something, you still got left with something else. And maybe it was this child before this person went away or whatever this around fall is. You're aware now of what happened in fall about this death. Tell me more about the death. Appearances, humiliation, and feeling ashamed. Yeah, because somebody sees. Somebody is ashamed because somebody knows about around fall. Somebody knows what car they drove. Somebody's seen. And I don't think it was just one person. I also think there was somebody else undercover, some sort of private eye. I don't think they want to leak this to the police because I think they're well aware who's an ass and who's not in that department. Two psychics here working together or something. They're doing something covert. They're aware of a situation. And I want to say around fall, but it feels like it's been 2 years. This could be all over some sort of a union in a child. Some sort of mother figure. Or mother and a child. Why? The death. Tell me about the pregnancy and around spring. Jealousy. Talking behind your back, being envious, pettiness, attention seeking. Somebody's trying so hard for somebody not to see something. Like they're racing their disk drive, their fucking hard drive, somebody smashed a phone and just got a new one, like even water damage it. Fuck, maybe somebody even threw it in the river. I heard the Nile. Some of you, there's somebody from a long time ago that you met. And when I say a long time, it doesn't have to mean this lifetime. There's an energy that you know and will remember, and that remembers or already pre-existingly is aware with this union and this searching out here of your energy being near, close, or around. There's somebody willing to travel, no matter how far, to be with you. Somebody's very aware of who you are, or who you perceive, or who you are through however they view you. I feel like it's somebody spiritual. I feel like you get watched in many ways. Tell me more about this awareness. Why the awareness? That was subtle. The awareness is about this admiration. You're going to become aware about this admiration that somebody or you yourself have for you. You could have went through a death and a rebirth around fall. You could have lost all creativity, and the only thing that got you through that time was your intuition. Maybe a child, or a child that you were missing or felt far from. There could have been some sort of asshole around this situation that acts like a clown. You could have had somebody mess with your vehicle, or somebody try to knock you off your creativity. Perhaps you're entwined with somebody who does do some sort of smoke and mirror trick. But I feel like you're very intuitive. The awareness, I asked. Maintain awareness and be present in every moment. Inspired, be you. Songs, emotional bond, and telepathic love. Somebody is communicating with something out of this world. There's a risk here within doing this. But I know somebody says, if I don't take the risk, I will regret this. Somebody could be telepathically reaching out to you. This might be the only way they can really get the message through, and it feels like the moon or the stars or these satellites are going to be in a specific place at a specific time, or the clouds will come in so something can be interrupted and this transmission can come through. You're going to get the signs about this. For some of you, this definitely does have to do with a commitment. Without a doubt. Somebody has a need to express something here. It could be about a regrets and some risk that they took. Third party, as I say that. Somebody's in complete denial over a separation. This person could be reminiscing, or this you. Sneaky seems to pop out with the snake. Well, you know, what I always say is trust your intuition and your emotions, because you could be emotionally intelligent. When I see snakes, I know exactly what's going on behind my back. Some of you could have your own signs and synchronicities and be very aware and emotionally intelligent about things that conspired or were conspired around some sort of commitment, union, and what this relationship or what you meant to this person. Feels like somebody doesn't want to let go of a third party or somebody from the past. You, them, or them, you. Somebody could have came in between some sort of a union. I think the divine allowed that to happen. The Ace of Swords. That's the ultimate divine truth. Oh, with the Ten of Swords in reverse behind that. And the Knight of Cups. This could be some sort of player. This could be somebody with a slick mouth, or looks good, or says the right things, or, you know, I think deep down this person has some jealousy tendencies. I think this person does watch you and admire you. I think this person acts like a clown. There's something definitely with clowns here. You know, I can't escape that. You could be a water sign. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be there's a lot of air energy out here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have the King of Swords. I didn't see that. That's under that tower. So the truth comes out after this tower that allows a revelation to come forward. This revelation, one, the divine, can I just say the divine admires you, your tenacity. Because you know you really don't stand alone. Look at those torches next to you. That's the torches that have been passed to you, lineage-wise, DNA-wise. You carry that forward. You survived these spiritual attacks, these mental attacks. You upgraded your DNA and you made the shift. You're admired for that in other realms. And there could be other people that you're tied to that you might not be very aware of in a soul group that also might see you making these moves in the 3D. They're very aware of you. Somebody is very aware of who you are and who you're becoming. The potential here. I'm seeing the phoenix rising from the ashes, talking about some sort of rebirth. Somebody could have helped something along to trigger something and bring something out about a pregnancy or a death or somebody's sneaky jealousy. This spiritual tower. So if you're spiritual and you've been up against, you know, this, you have your own ways. There's some sort of birthing of information and truth, some intellect that comes through. Some of you are going to get a message about why you didn't get the house. There was somebody jealous and slick or sneaky in that situation. Ace of Truth falls down. So I don't feel like some sort of contract or something. Somebody just wanted what you had. But it's like God opened something else up better for you. And then that time of being down and out, you connected with yourself on a deeper level. Tell me about the clown energy. Tell me about this clown energy that shows up around this rebirth. And this death. Fire sign. A Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and right now I just got a gut-wrenching feeling in my stomach like I fucking knew it. I want to say I fucking knew it. With the clown, yeah. And the balance, the divine balance. The divine's like, I'm whipping this fucking horse in the ass. You know, these investigators, these spiritual psychics, like this truth starts to come out about some sort of union of truth, emotions, and some sort of sneaky behavior behind that. This house, this pregnancy, and this truth that comes out about all of this. So fire signs, huh? Around winter. Some sort of clown activity was going on with a fire sign. Or those months are prominent here. 8, 12, and 4. Somebody's mask is falling after some sort of death. It's like somebody sees who somebody really is now. Maybe somebody posts crazy ass shit, you know what I mean? Or either their sneaky jealousy, the truth comes out about that. I think they send their message to the wrong person, or somebody within some sort of clown-like circle reveals something that somebody else was doing behind the back. And this has to do with some sort of very intuitive person who has a lot of strength and tenacity, who's admirable, and has a very high keen sense of self-awareness. That they're moving into some sort of celebration on a higher dimensional level. It's like you met up with some of your higher being buddies, you know, and it's like you help them manifest here, or you have access to that wisdom and knowledge, and you can tap into it. Say, hey, you know, I'm calling forth the spirit guide. This is about, I'm going into court. This is what I need. You know what I mean? Fire sign around winter and the clown. Bottom of the deck, I have an air sign too. So with a fire sign, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that comes out around winter with this clown activity. Yep, there's regrets here. Maybe this has to do with celebrating or over-celebrating, or some sort of, I want to say, generic thought processes. Somebody worked really hard on some sort of contract or a marriage, or some sort of putting somebody out in the cold to where they would need assistance. It's like somebody checked all the boxes to make sure no matter what, somebody, it's like they thought they would never be seen, but they were. DNA. It can be about through DNA, some sort of genetic tracing. There's regrets around this situation. You could be getting communication or waiting a text or waiting to communicate with somebody that has these regrets about a risk that they took. What was the risk that they took? Yeah, maybe their eyes turn to sex appeal. You know what I mean? I think now this person is, with that third party being out here, I want to ask again, because it feels like uncontrollable desires must have hunger for pleasure. Okay, so somebody who sleeps around's out here. Somebody who sleeps around, somebody, it's like they have no regard for hurting other people's feelings, or emotional, because they might not have emotions. With this clown out here, it reminds me of that Dak song. I can't remember what it's called, but he laughs and he gets all crazy, and it's like, fuck man, I've been broken and I've gotten to that point. I like the self-expression, but people who really live in that schizophrenic, bipolar, narcissistic state of mind, it's like taken over by a deity, basically, or an entity is, or, you know, especially if this porn addiction, sex, clown activity, third party, with this fire sign and air sign around winter, like this, some sort of attraction and clown activity happened. So tell me more about this situation. Tell me more about the clown. Somebody's trying to find a way quickly to put something in balance. But it's like, how do you put 5 things in balance? You can put 4 things in balance, but not 5. 5's too many. It exceeds the limit. 2 on each side. So something's still out of balance, even though somebody's trying to put something in the balance. 77 could be a prominent here. I look at the bottom of the deck, and here's the High Priestess in reverse. And intuitively, as I read, this is about somebody who did some shitty magic work, or some sort of can't go against the divine man. When destiny's out here with this admiration, if somebody works in the spirit realm or works with very honored. This is somebody who is very admirable. You could be considered an admiral in some sort of light army or some sort of warrior kingdom energy. Some sort of royalty or somebody who protects royal energy in that way. You hold keys and wisdom. You have access to different realms or different parts of the psyche. I don't know why I just seen like the Earth's brain as a huge, not going to get into that. That's very deep. You're too strong because they're working out of two elements, the fire and the air. Well, when you get too much air on fire, that shit grows big. Fire can be very destructive, which I think is what got out of balance. There was too many sticks in the fire with this 5 of Wands. That's too many logs in the fire. You know, it's too many. And that I put that over the fire too. This clown activity. The secret comes out. Somebody lost sight. What did we lose sight of? What's the secret? What's the secret? The 10 of Wands. Somebody comes out of this burden with the 10 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Cups in reverse. And the secret that comes out. King of Wands, this is a Leo, I'm telling you. This is a Leo. This Leo energy with the strength, I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at somebody, as I say that, who looks at a light and is admiring something. This could bring a truth out or a final decision. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. So why the clown? Because something with a fire and an air sign around winter. Somebody's going to put their burdens down and speak a truth. Somebody could, I just think somebody has no more energy. The emotions are too much. There's too much emotions that come in and move fast about the situation, and it literally could make somebody feel so overwhelmed they don't want to literally be here anymore if they've done something wrong here. Especially if this has to do with a child or a child not being here anymore, or doing something about creating some sort of miscarriage. I feel like somebody has a spirit child on the other side. That is coming back, or it communicates with you, or makes some sort of leeway. I don't know, this is a powerful child that feels like this child was supposed to be here, but something underhanded happened. There's a lot of hands in some sort of situation. Telling you. This could have been even twins. With with the 2 horses right here. Baby in the baby carriage. Love in the marriage. The clown, anything else? The sun, see what you didn't see was the sun comes back. The sun comes back. Somebody's going to find out they're pregnant and that they're having a boy. It's just one, but it feels like that twin flame, that twin soul that was split, and those babies that came down, it feels like it becomes one. It's like some sort of mastered energy comes through you. I'm seeing that Mary Magdalene, and right as I move that, I see this rebirth with the phoenix out here. It's like there's something important about this DNA, or even though like you could be sleeping with somebody who's unawakened, but it's like they just need your embryo and a couple spectrums of what this mother trucker looks like, and here's an advanced civilized being. They've been doing this a long, long, long time. You know what I mean? Or you could be 2 starseeds. You know, there could be 2 people here that came into some sort of, like the Akashic record went off and created some sort of seismic boom that something happened or something came back. It's like the knowing that Christ came back, or Christ was born the first, why am I saying the first time? There's a lot of conspiracies going on. Somebody refuses to... Somebody knows something about a past life soulmate, some sort of soul contract, or some sort of past event. I'm telling you, somebody died and somebody speaks to them. Spirit uses them to speak and heal, to bring messages from the other side to others. Somebody here has that psychic gift. It's like you could see stuff before it comes. You just ask Spirit. You call on the light and you just ask Spirit. Spirit will show you what you need to know. This could be a gift of yours that's opening up. You help others heal by recognizing specific relationships, how to go within, and how to look at things from a lesson standpoint. Understand how they help you grow. How much wisdom and knowledge is in each one of those lessons with specific people. The off and the on again, you know? Harmony comes forward, because I was just asking my guides in my head, I said, what's this sun? And I seen harmony and inspiration here. Some of you, if you had a falling out with somebody, this could be a family member, this could be anybody, they could be seeing you and observing you now, how you are now, how far you've come. They could admire your ability. They could know exactly what happened to you. If this was some sort of cult or group or some sort of something that was conjured up to mess with you in this realm, harmony comes to this situation. It's like some people are tired of going up against you. You know, they know who you serve now. They've got wisdom on the situation. They're very tuned into how wise and intellectual that you are. And you literally could just close your eyes and ask the divine, and balance gets brought in. It's like your heart's been weighed. It's as light as a feather. And that comes because of your compassion. It's not that you've always just been fucking grandiose. It's just that you've done the work. You've done the spiritual work. Especially if you've lost these babies or have been left out in the cold, this clown activity, this third party, lost your house, had to move, been lied about, you lost your kids in court, you know, somebody's trying to take you for everything you have. Spirit's saying just let it go. You know, it feels like somebody else is being worked on just as equally as much. Almost to the point where like they can't get you out of their head. Let's hear some thoughts about this, because I feel somebody who's just in your head, zombies. Got you wrapped around my finger, yeah. Why don't you just let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you. You've got me wrapped around your finger, yeah. This person, what do they need to say that they have not said? Meeting you has created a lot of conflict inside of myself. Challenging my lifetime beliefs about love and relationships. So I feel stuck, the Two of Swords. And that has been the overlining energy since the beginning. Somebody has to choose between a death and then a truth. Their intuition or carrying on with this spirit that lingers on you. Somebody's got a heavy, like 7 up to 7 spirits. Talked about 7. 7 deities and attachments, pornography, sex, scandal, inappropriate thoughts. It's just this fucking energy. I don't know if you bought a house and this fucking house has been haunted, and it's like ever since you moved into this house, your life has just gone downhill. There could be like so many people that come there, and there's been confrontation after confrontation. It's not just, you know, you and, you know, your kids, or you and your wife, or you and your husband, or you and your parents. It's like everybody. If it's a Thanksgiving, you got people getting in fist fights. If it's a birthday party, it's like shit always pops off of this house. It could be a fucking neighbor that you live next to. All right, tell me about the thoughts. I was betrayed so many times in the past that I prefer to end things before they even start, to avoid that type of pain again. So, of course, they're in the decision-making mode. This is somebody who admires your awareness because they see what it takes to truly connect with what they want. They want what you have, in a way. They want to know how you've liberated yourself. How did you move forward from the heartbreak or from this loss? It's like they want to know what you're fucking with. Maybe they do work with darker deities or the spirit. Like, their love for you feels like it's more than what these spirits, like they could be tormented right now, but there's a need to let something go for something to be birthed. I know we have a deep connection. I can feel it too. It's like you were made specially for me. My perfect match, the Two of Cups. So there's just somebody who's recognizing about balance, and it feels like in duality within. You know, some people just think because I'm volatile or I get angry fast, but that's fine, but there's a point in that to where you don't remember what you say to people and how much you can hurt people. You know what I mean? The devastation and the trauma that you cause by a deity who rules over you, especially if somebody's inebriated by drugs, alcohol, or something that alters their state of consciousness or awareness, that spirit. That's why they call alcohol spirits. That's how they kept the natives stuck for so long. I mean, they're already tied to the shamanic world. It's memories, past lives just flood through it, and this is what this spirit does, or 7 of these spirits that just linger. Tell me about the 7 of Swords. Oh, I'm in the wrong deck. My heart was already broken when we met, so every small gesture from you can trigger pain that feels 10 times worse than normal. So this person came into this state of relationship already feeling like this. Perhaps this person lied. They didn't want to say the level of the pain and the hurt that in English that they were in, thinking perhaps 52, which is also 77. As I say this, that I think you were just supposed to be some sort of small-time gig or some sort of, and it turned into love. It's like you, even through 7 demons being manifested on this person, it feels like you still broke through to their heart. This person could be lingering. I used to say, people don't remember what you say to them. People remember how you make them feel. So if somebody's done you wrong, I think they're scanning back through that mental choreography in their mind about every word they said, what they can remember what they said. More or less, I think it's just if they didn't remember what they said and this deity took over them and they're, smashing and hitting and saying cruel things or whatever it looked like for you that day. They remember your face and what it looked like. The terror. The pain, the agony. How did we get to this part? What was that? And they could be fighting through these attachments right now, trying to make their way back. Maybe they're just settling with them because they've been here for so long. Either way, with that justice here, it feels like somebody is definitely released from this. Especially if this is some sort of schizophrenic fucking psychopath that actually, I keep saying maybe somebody was married to a murderer. And then, it feels like underneath the house where that black tarp is, underneath by the stem walls, there's some weird ass airy fucking energy in this read that comes through. And it's like this person's even listening to me right now. You killed somebody. The people know about where this body is. And I think this is going to be discovered. Before I got out here, the show came on. And it was Venom. Because he wrote the story in a different way and he found all these bodies because he put something together. He used his vision because he had, in his prison cell, he had all this shit written and he found those mountains and then he puts it all together nonetheless. I don't like to share myself with others. I also hold on to things and relationships that do not serve me because I hate losing the 4 Pentacles. And the 4 Pentacles has been out here twice. I'm not letting go. This is all this is. This is about ego. This is a deity or an entity that doesn't want to let go of your energy. It feels like it's up to this person to do that. Once I start to focus on our problems, it's hard to stop. And then I get paranoid that I will get even worse, falling into anxiety. So this person wished you some sort. What comes around goes around. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say what comes around goes around. Feels like they're in some sort of spiritual contract right now, and they're working for the divine. They're the divine's biatch right now, so to speak. They're in the soup kitchen. Massa got me working. Their finances, any way that, yep, and underneath that's the tower. It's like, no, regardless of what, any corner you take or anybody try to talk crap on, or if you try to keep coming after the divine, or, you keep sloughing off your responsibilities, not taking ownership, they can be noticing it's just getting harder and harder and harder. And if you were tied to this person and removed yourself, because this phoenix is rising, the divine says you withheld through all the lies, all the disappointments, all the false stories. You stood there, and I want to say the judges and people around are starting to recognize this person's character, and not only that, but patterns of behavior and the interactions with others that they're having. I told you, it feels like there's some sort of private eye or secret society, or somebody has their eye in some sort of situation. I think being good for goodness sakes is enough. Most religious people want to be good in fear of going to hell. Yeah, and even then, that's fear. The devil's greatest tool is offense. which is your reaction. And you give your power away in your reaction. It's about the lotus, it's about not reacting. There should be nothing that you react to. Your energy should speak for itself. Are you going to spend time telling an idiot why you're wise? Fuck no. They can yap. They're the ones stuck with that energy until they say, hey, I take dominion over my body. This is my vessel, motherfucker. Move over. Any attachments that are in this bitch gotta go. I call that stuff over. If I feel like, even doing reads and clearing energy for you guys, if I feel that stuff, I call it out. I know when stuff's off. You know what I mean? I know when I'm going through something eternally. I'll always be going through something eternally. I came here to just keep going. I resonate with this read so much as far as somebody that's, we get tied to the wrong people for the right reasons. And when we make it out, and those of you that do choose to become enlightened, you share that within your being, and it becomes this marker, a pivotal moment of a trajectory to another timeline. You might wake up in your same bed, but you're vibrating higher. You're no longer going to see some of the same people around. As a matter of fact, you might hear that some people pass away. You know what I mean? Because they're not on your timeline anymore. It be what it be. Why the Seven of Swords? The Page of Swords. Seven of Swords, Page of Swords. 1977, I said that earlier. Some sort of case, a cold case file, something comes to a completion. This kid who's seen something fucking comes forward, and this kid's like in there, I'm telling you, they're older now. And they talk about that night and what happened or what they seen or what they heard. If there's some sort of, I'm talking about molestation or something that happened to their sibling in the room next door, or cousins, or anything that happened within some sort of dynamic, this comes out. There's text messages, there's things, there's old enough, maybe they saved this stuff from a long time ago and now they're bringing it forward. I think the police have a lot of information on somebody, a lot more than they think they do on their clown behavior. I think they know about cheating, the scandals, any sort of sexual mental abuse, addictions, where this person goes or these people go. I think that they're locked onto. As secret as they think their society is, there's other, they could be noticing too. If you're part of the society and you're listening and watching, you could be noticing, you're stubbing your toe, you're forgetting your keys, all of these distractions that keep coming. It's like it all got sent back. So it's just the same irritating energies. Now they're in your energetic field. And some people can, with universal, they can bind that back into your own state of being. You don't know where it comes from, but the light is so... Energy goes back to where it belongs. If you want to dwell in that energy, then I guess you're going to deal with it. If not, vibrate higher. Vibrate higher. This kid's going to say something. This could be a young boy. Know something about a sister. Somebody's going to have the strength and courage to say this. The message. Confirmation. This is intuitive spark that somebody gets to come forward. There's healing here. See the water running? This is this is very emotional for somebody to talk about this and bring this truth forward. If this is about a death or a wrongdoing or some sort of whoever was in this energy, it feels like sexual energy. So if this is something with somebody who has a wandering eye or somebody who plays mind games or manipulates or tries to, they do something in this home. With the Seven of Swords here twice, there's something in this home. This gets found out. This block comes off. Seven of Wands in reverse over here. So that's the third 7 in a row. That's a lucky number. Somebody gets lucky. There's a lucky break here. Somebody gets set free from prison. Somebody gets to win in the divorce. Somebody gets the kids. This person gets to do justice. If this has been going on in the family for quite some time, the Nine of Swords comes out. Somebody knows this is coming. They feel it energetically. They know. This keeps them up at night. They know. I think somebody might actually try to kill themselves or unalive themselves or get out of here or leave in some way because of what they've done. There's deep regret. And I want to talk about those 7 demons that have been on somebody, right? With the 3 sevens down here. I mean, that's rulers. I'm hearing there's rulers of principalities. These are people that astral project out and go out to make people sick. They work day and night when people are sleeping. They come into their dreams. You know, they take that love and that loving energy. They strick it from the heart to where all that's left is a shell of a man. Somebody knows that this is coming out. All of these relationships, maybe if they are a player with this third party here, you know what I mean? There's shit that they didn't see that the truth gets called out on. There's a big cover up here. Yep, and behind that was the King of Swords in reverse. So somebody wants to slow down this message of truth. They're trying to calculate how do we keep this from coming forward? See, somebody's trying to take action on something they've sat long and hard on. Somebody's seen something. It's intuition that comes in. The divine is in control of it. Nobody can. Somebody sleeps with this person, this one last person, and it just like sets and they say something or in this state of rage and something. That's what I did to the last bitch, or whatever comes out of their mouth. It's like it's recorded, because I did talk about a narc, or what did I say, an informant of some sort earlier. Telling you, this kid, this page, this younger energy, there's people around that see this or know this. They speak up, like they finally come out of the heartbreak. They know things will be better if this person goes away, or things will heal if this person comes away, or if this truth comes out. They're ready to heal and they cannot do it. They cannot heal where they were hurt. Again, the illusion. It's been too long. I hear this person say it's too long. I'm going to do it. I think this person can be afraid of getting hit, or, you know, they were raised not to stand up or speak, but the divine brings this in. It tells this kid just knows they have to do this. This kid, this younger energy, it's brave energy. Yep, the 8 of Cups walks away in strengths here. The divine is all over this, and there's victory. Oh, victory in Jesus. Somebody's been praying to Jesus. This kid, please make it stop. Maybe these kids don't sleep. You know, maybe things would be better if you're just gone, I heard. The world here, there's a new beginning with the 9 of Pentacles, I'm telling you. Divine justice comes through. This tower comes through in so many areas. Everything. It feels like finances get pulled. If this is IRS or some sort of investigation or somebody's phone or the IP address or all the phones. It's like they've already been tracking you this long. They already have it. It's stored in a different... they got access to it. It's in the internet. It's already been sent across the internet. Anything that's been in the internet, those waves they can pull out and see. The divine brings the justice through, and it happens on so many levels. Serves the light and has been through a lot. Miscommunication, different vibrational frequencies, and that's what brings us out. Is somebody gets riled up and fucking angry, and they say something. Witchcraft for bad. Dark soul comes out in reverse. So that says that shit's going bye-bye. It's going bye-bye. It comes out. And it's not a matter, because this could have to do with somebody's true love for themselves. Somebody's tried to mask that behind trauma, triggering wounds, knowing somebody's birth chart, knowing how to astrally track somebody or aerial view them. Know what their shadow work is and try to keep these like timekeepers or whatever they do to alter shit. Move forward and don't be sorry comes out. You know, as you walk through a space, you naturally send light spirals to others, and that's gonna, new levels, new devils as you start to ascend. Your true love says the timing will be perfect. 12-12. Trust in this process because you're bringing down a lot of people. Yeah, working with ET and higher councils of light for the highest good. You've been used as an emotional, intelligent radar detector to send out frequencies back to the universe of what's going on here. If you pray, it's even more. If you have, some sort of way you communicate or you connect with the divine, it's like a pure connection. Dark witch, they can't intercede or connect in what you're doing. May comes out. There could have been some sort of contract or something in May. Your solar plexus is being healed right now from past life energetic ties. Light army is here helping. Yeah, the light's all over this. Fucking so powerful as light workers. I keep getting called to pull this. Love struck a very deep sense. Somebody here knows what you went through. These trials and tribulations are energetically. There's an advanced sort of, I want to say this person is already in the 5th dimensional realm. They could be trying to open up telepathy with you or grow your senses on, It's like you're still going to stay here on Earth, but you just vibrate at a different frequency. Some of this other stuff goes away. It's like you find the code, you break the code. You're able to see things in a new light. You're connected to spirit all the time, and you can see who is and who isn't because you'll see what's on them. Who's an avatar or who's a walking skin suit with no soul in it versus AI versus you could see species. You're going to start to see stuff. You have a gift. You have a cosmic gift. Universal wisdom. The universe is full of wisdom. Seek its guidance and growth. Growth is a journey, so trust each step. You guys are well on your way to discovering. I mean, some of you have been through so much stuff. It's like, how did I make it out of that? But look how fast your psyche grew. Trust this process. You know, not all of the coal is turned into a diamond. Only the coal that can withstand the pressure. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. And on that note, your name could be coal. All right, guys. I am going to pull a number for the collective, and then I'm out of here. Five, 5, 5, 5. Clarity comes out. I don't think I've ever pulled this card on this deck. I've been seeing fives all day, too. 55 likes in here as I say that. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. If you guys are interested in a personal read with me, it's pinned below. They are an hour-long reading. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive. I tap on the stuff that your soul is stuck on or things that your soul needs to help you move along and let go of these old patterns, cycles. I do energy healing as well while we're in there. We just release anything that's in your energetic field. We just call it out. So if you're interested in that, and we've talked about some things tonight, and you want something more specific to your own energy, and I touched on a few, we can do that. Email me, and I will give you the details. Outside of that, I will never solicit you for money unless you're in my email, angeldynasty, all lowercase, number 33@gmail.com. All right. Either hour-long reads are $65 live or recorded, and then I do 35-minute reads for $30. So if you guys are interested, get a hold of me there. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. 5555, clarity. Great transformation, major changes. Opportunity, fast-paced, forward process. You aren't a victim of circumstances. Rather, you are the beneficiary of it. This just sums it up. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. Message from your soul. Everything you want is on the other side of the unknown. Ooh. I heard c'est la vie. All right. Well, I'm out of here. I've got a personal read to do. So I will talk to you guys later. I send you guys so much love and light. Any energy that does not belong to me, I now send back to its rightful owner. No weapons formed against me shall prosper, so mote it be. I call back all of my energy with love and light. I love you guys. Kisses from Idaho. You're welcome, Jason. Good night.